Well, there will be no white flag upon my ship. When there isn't enough natural wind, I'll make my own. I call it Volvo wind. The last 20 hours has been actually quite disappointing because the long-range weather forecast was for 30 to 35 knots of wind right now. And you can see there isn't even enough wind to keep my sails filled. So I've been motoring for the last 4 hours, and it's now 6 o'clock in the morning, so I've been motoring just to Genoa out. Long day, long day, but that's sailing, you know, so okay, I'll live with it. In terms of the weather forecasting, that's something in my lessons learned of this blue water adventure that I'll summarize more clearly. But predict wind, which is one of the weather services I use, got it wrong on my way there. I ended up in a gale and really shouldn't have worked out that way. I followed their instructions exactly, their planned routing, and they just got the last couple of days wrong. For this passage here, from the Azores back to the continent, back to Spain, predict wind was spot on. You know, they called us correctly, but I didn't believe them. I believed in other words that weather service called passage weather, and passage weather had predicted, and they weren't alone, another did as well, 25 to 35 knots of wind across this corridor as I approached the continent. And I even went 100 miles out of my way. That's 20 hours of sailing out of my way to be well positioned for that eventuality, for that wind coming very strongly from the north. And it just never materialized. So I did lots of extra miles, and now I'm even having to use my motor to finish this off. So, okay, well, let's continue on. Maybe the breeze will pick up this afternoon, or, you know, it's very early in the morning now. It's just 6 o'clock in the morning right now. Maybe the breeze will pick up a little later. This is my final day of sailing on this adventure. This is the 7th day from the Azores, out of the Azores. It took me 9 or 10 days to get there. I came back a little different route, and it's going to take me seven full days to get back. Nice blue water sailing. The return trip lacked some of the excitement. Happily lacked some of the excitement that was present on the going to part of the passage, but I'm happy to have done both legs for the experience and learnings, and meeting some really nice people when I was there as well, to help me out a couple of ways there. So, update later today before we arrive in Muros, Spain. Guess what? Land ho! Là-bas! Libre continent sans grillage. My French friends will understand that one. But it's been a lovely transit. What a difference from the trip into the Azores, where I spent 30 or 30 plus hours in a gale. So this one was quite relaxed by comparison. No damage at all to the to Isabel, who has performed perfectly. Okay, the marina is right up around the corner there, so it's time for me to drop the sails. I'll just show you how it's still a bit windy. I may have to crank in the Genoa. I don't like it. You hear some banging. That's fireworks going on.
sail go out too quickly. It wraps around itself. And it was knotted in the furler. Boy, that takes some muscle. Didn't need that. Now to drop the mainsail, you just turn in the wind and let it fly. That's it for that. I just have to get clear of the rocks here a bit here. So here I am in the port of Muros, Spain. Just went and took a shower, got cleaned up and feel great after this wonderful challenge of going to and from the Azores solo. And the only thing that's left to do now is ask that eternal question, what do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Now, I might be a little too old to answer that question, but I'm going to give it a go. So, good night to all.